Thank you so much, Binduraj sir, for introducing me. I hope you are able to hear my audio. Just a minute. Right now, are you able to hear me? Thank you so much for this introduction, sir, and I'm very grateful to be on this platform to basically share what I have learned in this last 1 year in managing the COVID cases. It has been a difficult time to manage these cases, but homeopathy has proved a lot in this difficult time and has given very beautiful results. It has saved many people from getting admitted into hospitals just because we were able to use the medicines on time. I will be first starting with our prayer to Hanuman sir. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Without Guru, we are nothing, and it is our Guru who has proved that in epidemics, homeopathy has proved such a great benefit for the humankind. So let's start with the session. I will be speaking to the point. It won't be a lecture properly. It will be basically sharing what we have learned in this 1 year, and you can ask me questions whenever you want to me. And there will be short takeaway point in the end of the session, which will be very important in helping and solving the COVID cases and how to identify on time. It is very important we identify these cases on time because at times a very important time is lost by the patient when they are sitting at home without any treatment and waiting that I will get better from it. So the way of working style what I have adopted in this pandemic is an aggressive style and sticking on to one single remedy at a time. This is the way how I had worked. So I would be starting with my slides and let's begin on this sessions. So topic which I have chosen is basically a practical approach towards COVID-19 cases, homeopathic viewpoint, and how to manage along with modern medicine. At times, patients are coming to us when they are already taking homeopathic medicine and they want something more help that as a homeopath what we can do for them. So we are taking both the cases, those who are purely on homeopathic and those who have come along with taking the allopathic medicines. So in while they are taking allopathic medicine also there are certain points what we can guide the patient. I will tell on time and it will be very useful for all of us. So few important traits regarding this disease. It is coming under a destructive miasm. The pathology develops silently in the body and it is very fast. At times the patient is coming to us at the fourth day developing a pathology in the lung. Especially in this last 1 month the severity of disease has increased many fold. Last year when we were treating these cases, so before 5 days the lung pathology was not developing, but now if you do before 5 days also at times when the patient's symptoms are severe, he is developing severe pathology. Recently last yesterday night only one patient was taking treatment from me. Since 3 days his fever was not reducing and was not feeling comfortable. So I asked him to undergo the investigation. The blood reports came positive, and I had to immediately ask him to do the CT scan. And CT scan score was 5 by 25. So it is developing before 5 days also now. So the things are changing very fast. What are the important investigations in this? So CBC ESR, serum ferritin levels, D dimer values, X-ray, chest or HRCT, CRP values and IL-6. So these points are very important while treating this disease. I hope in Mumbai we will be remembering there was a time when the government was not allowing the patients to be at home. At that time, this investigation played a very important role to diagnose the cases first because RT-PCR, if the values were coming, patients were getting feared. So this was the route how it was used at that time. And now when the reports are coming 2 to 3 days late, these tests are again proving very helpful in diagnosing the cases. Now we will be starting about from the few cases of COVID patients directly. So it was, if you can see in the slide, the case is of 30th of May 2020. This is the time when we were actually able to start treating the cases, because March the lockdown settled, and in this 2 months the cases were not coming that fast to us. So this was my first case at that time. The You can see in the CT scan and the post CT scan, as compared to the previous CT scan, there is a significant resolution in the size of the groundless opacity and consolidations. So this was the CT scan report pre and post. We would go to the next slide, and where the patient description was given. So now the patient came to me on 12th of June, and you can see the HRCT was done on 16th of June. So 12th of June, the patient described the following symptoms to me. This case was taken on call. Since 19th of May, the patient's complaint was there. After allopathic medicine was better in health, cold and cough, she was facing it regularly. But the complaint for which she approached me was basically there was breathlessness, aggravated inspiration. She was having a lot of fear at that time. There was trembling of hands and legs on thinking about the complaint. The CT scan was specifically showing right lower lobe is more involved in the 30th of May CT scan, which we can see. In between, the patient had also cold drinks. Initially, loss of taste and smell was there, which came back. Basically, she was an anxious patient with a little anger also, and thermals wise, the patient was hot and thirsty. So this was, see, one thing I want to tell everyone: we cannot get exact symptoms. This is a more of a one-sided case history. What Hanuman sir also used to tell me us, and here there is a very scarcity of time. At times we have to take the case of the COVID patient in 10 to 15 minutes maximum. This is the time what we, because in a day, if you have more than 10 families of patients, it becomes very difficult to manage and take the whole case taking. So this was the process how we have to take the case, and here we have to be attentive to be find out the PQRS symptom on which we would be prescribing. So this is the way how I used to, this is the plainly I have put in the case how I take. So I am not arrange it in a beautiful manner, but this is how we have to take it in a very fast manner. This is the way how we did. So we move on to the next slide. What are the symptoms? So pneumonia, the pathology is very important while repertorizing the cases. There was a loss of smell. There was difficult respiration while inspiring. The breathlessness was aggravated motions, and the thermals was hot patient and thirst. So you can see the remedies which were coming. So now thermals played a very important role in selecting our remedy. So on those basis, if you can see, we have to classify between chilly remedies and a hot remedy, along with the pathology and the stage of the disease is important. The prescribed, so basically the medicine prescribed here was iodium 200. Intercurrent Kalikam was prescribed. Now here I want to tell that the patient's constitution is very important, and you can see in the short case history there was anxiety which the patient was complaining. She was very feared for her own self and for the children and her family members. So on those basis, the medicine, main medicine which was repeated was iodium. Kalika was an intercurrent medicine, and by 18 June you can see the in the CT scan itself how the patient recovered. I have a short testimony which I would like if you can hear for just 2 seconds over here. So this was a short testimony which I had recorded, because that was the initial cases. We were also not aware how we should be proceeding ahead. We move on to the next case over here. Now this patient basically was an admitted patient which came to me on 22nd of June to me. Just a minute. Huh. So the first X-ray test you can see it was on 22nd of June, and the next it was done on 16th of July. Now basically this patient which had come to me, the patient was admitted since 22nd but having no improvement in his health. He was having dry coughing while talking and was very irritating. He was troubled by that cough. So this patient was referred to me by one of the family physicians of our area, Mira Mahinder level, and she wanted some help that at least we can remove the patient out of the admission. The patient was very irritable. This history was given to me by her wife, because in this cases the patient was not able to talk to me on call also. The pathology was seen. You can see, if you can see in the CT scan, basically there is a left lower lung zone involvement of the pneumonia. So now this smaller things when we get is very important. So what I can suggest to all is ask your radiologist friends also to specify which lobe of the lung is involved. It plays a great important role in future. If you would see my cases, it plays an important role while prescribing your medicine. So the values we can see, LDH was high, and in anger stops talking for the some time. So this was the short history. He was basically an irritable patient with the specific involvement of the lung over there. And if you can see in the repertory, basically, so important rubric which was chosen was this: left lung involvement was taken, and you can see few specific remedies like aconite, calcarea, lachesis, natrum sulfuricum, oxalic acid, sanguinaria, canadensis. So now you have to also decide the miasm, and along with that the thermals and how the patient is reacting. So all these things are important while prescribing. We move on to the next slide. Cough remedies was selected, and on that a short repetization chart was prepared, and Lachesis was coming in the upper remedies. Lachesis was prescribed to this patient, and extra medicines I had given him Natramsul, Sanguinaria canadensis, as I had told you. But these medicines were not required because the patient was discharged especially only on Lachesis medicine. And Lachesis, we have all heard about it, how useful it is in later stage of COVID patients where lung involvement is more. So this is the important thing which I wanted to tell you. Just a minute. We move on now. Repeat X-ray was done, and there was a significant improvement in the chest X-ray of this patient. We move on to the next slide. Uh, this patient had come to me on 26th of June. Now this patient was an old patient, husband of. There was an old patient of mine, and his husband was suffering from fevers in last few days. And this cases was detected especially by me only, and was put and treated purely on homeopathic medicine. You can see in the CT scan there is a subtle radio opacity in the right, mid, and lower zone, suggestive of infective pathology. And post that, the report which was done was on 5th of July. Here, the patient had actually delayed the taking the chest X-ray again at least for 5 days, because in 4 to 5 days patient experienced the relief. So I had to call him and ask him that at least recheck that what is your health condition. So this was a 28 years male patient, was having fever since last 3 days. Before coming to me, he had taken allopathic treatment at that time, and the symptoms which he presented was coughing is mild, and there was a fever which was coming. Heat was first, and then chill was coming. Mild body pain and tiredness was there. There was an increased thirst with a dryness of mouth. Fever was coming around 100, and there was a specific thing what which he was saying. Fever mild was aggravating at around 5 p.m. in the evening time. There was also loss of taste in this. Tiredness was also along the other symptoms in this patient. So now you have to search with a PQRS symptom which is important. So I tried to search in the repertory, is there any rubric which matches what the patient is saying? And I got this rubric which was somewhat matching, and you can see there is a 3 mark medicine lycopodium is mentioned over here. Along with that, lung medicines which are important was an Ipecac, Sanguinaria canadensis you can see over here. Hepar is also an important medicine. Chelidonium is also mentioned. So this is the way how you need to continuously monitor what medicines are coming, because you are only having 10 to 15 minutes. At times the situation used to be that I had to courier patient to some other state, and the courier there's a Blue Dart office in front of me, so it closes exactly at 8 p.m. and 6:30 I start my clinic. So there is a rush of patient. Along with that, we have to take that case of the COVID patient. Within 15 to 20 minutes, I have to decide the right medicine, prescribe and send the medicine. This fast the pace of the working we had to develop at times. Lycopodium, if you can see, there is a specific thing. Heat then chill is a symptom. Typhoid like presentation is there, and an evening aggravation was also there. We had selected the symptoms. There was a thirst also. The patient was little chillier side, so we had taken that symptom. Loss of taste we had taken, and afternoon aggravation around 4 p.m. Lycopodium was prescribed to this patient. This was basically a message given to me that keep on checking the oxygen and the temperature. Later evening, X-ray was done and showed the pathology, and the following case history was taken. So now, after giving lycopodium, this patient developed little different symptoms. Um, so in this case, there was a little again the fever spike started because patient had stopped taking the medicine properly in between. So right mid and lower zones were affected already. This is the thing which we were aware. The coughing had also increased at that time. So I had to re-repertorize the case at that moment of the time, and the pneumonia pathology was selected along with loss of taste and cough was increased in the morning time was one of the symptom what the patient was saying. After that, iodium was the medicine which I prescribed along with an Aspidiosperma mother tincture as a supporting medicine. And after follow up, after 2 days, the patient started feeling better. So now here one thing what I wanted to mention over here, basically there is a very great importance of basically the complementary medicines. You have to keep those medicines in your mind when you are prescribing or when you are retaking the cases. So it has a very great role. It clears your cases and brings the patient out of the deathbed. So this is what I want to mention again in this session. We move on to the next case. This patient was basically, you can see a 58 years old patient was having lung involvement basically, and post that the repeat CT scan was done on the 29th of July. The patient came to me on 15th of July. Now, what was the symptom this patient was facing basically? So this was a history given to me. There was a pneumonia, right lung, lower side, more involvement was there. Since 7 days fever was coming and had got wet in rains, and post that the fever pattern started. The patient was taking allopathic medicine was not able to recover. So the allopath himself also told me that kindly add something that we can help this patient to come out of this. Fever used to come specifically night 4 to 5 a.m. There was first chill and then heat. The body pain, backs and legs were paining. Patient was a chillier side. He was thirstless. Mucus was coming from the mouth, which was whitish color. There was a loss of taste also in when this. And one important thing, what the patient told me that he doesn't like warm water while drinking. He want either little cold water or at least give some normal room temperature water. So these are the way smaller points if you can identify while taking your case, it helps a lot. So we see what important the smaller symptoms help us. So we repertorize this case. So we, if you can see over here, we had taken pneumonia, right lung involvement specifically. The pattern of the fever was importantly taken. There was a chill first and then heat was coming. Then you can see there was a chillier side. The patient was thirstless. There was a loss of smell and taste also. Lung involvement in general pattern we are also taking, and he was also suffering from constipation during the specific period. So this was taken, and you can see from the remedies over here, phosphorus was coming very importantly. We prescribed this patient phosphorus, and what should I say? The night I had immediately dispatched the medicine. That same night he started with the medicine, and at that night the 4 to 5 a.m. peak, what the fever peak which he used to get, that didn't came the next day. You can see follow up next day. Fever didn't came after the medicine was started, and patient was also feeling comfortable. Here you can see at times we have to give an anti-miasmatic in between, like a cefilinum was prescribed in as an intercurrent in this patient, and I should tell you that it has a very great impact while treating these cases. You can we move on to the next case. So now this patient, she was a female patient who was again referred to me by an allopathic physician. Now this patient was something, what we say, happy hypoxia. The patient's oxygen saturation at that time we had started the treatment was around 58 or something. The patient was actually suggested to get admitted, but seeing that situation of pandemic, the patient didn't wanted to get admitted, and he asked the consulting physician over there to at least do something so that we can take the treatment at home itself. And if you can see over here, 13 July and the next X-ray was done on 24 July, and as compared to the previous rate, there is a great decrease in the ground glass haziness of this patient, if you can see over here. So now what was the history given to me basically? So since 12 days she was having vertigo, nausea, headache and fever came twice. There was a breathing issue. You can see over here the oxygen saturation is 54 over here. There was breathing issues, oxygen level is less, and there is a ghabraman is like a form of palpitation, if you can compare. Not specifically, but it is form of that what the patient was mentioning to us. There was a fear. The mucus which was coming was whitish and thick colored. Coughing were occasional in the morning time. There was chest pain on coughing. She was an old patient of heart arrhythmia, diabetes and blood pressure also. There was an hazy pneumonia seen in the lung. Specific region is not mentioned. So I always constantly keep on monitoring what the CT scan report is also given to us. This is the way how we have to keep our mind constantly active. So this is on those basis. So we can basically define how our treatment should be there. Just a second. So patient mentioned about her thirst. There was dryness of the mouth. Overall, she was a hot patient. She was also taking sleep medicines. Mucus coming was little bitter taste, what she mentioned. She here also had a desire for cold water or cold juices. So now this was important symptom. And there was a tension also and depression, what she mentioned to us at that time while the taking of the history. And she had a lot of fear of something big happening to her. Dyspnea. Now the important symptom what she was facing basically it's either dyspnea, aggravated walking or exertion. Dyspnea better lying on the right side or on the abdomen. So how we did the repatriation in this patient. So you can see the expectoration taste better was mentioned over here. You can see the patient was little hot side. There was thirst. The lung involvement was also mentioned. She had desire for cold water and dyspnea, exertion. Now the other slide also you can see there were the other rubrics which were taken in this cases. Phosphorus 30 was the prescribed medicine initially. Now the follow-up which was given to us, if you can see, the patient had come to us on just a minute, 13th of July, and the follow-up which was taken by us was on 17th of July. Yesterday was the patient. Now in this you can see the oxygen had started to increase after prescribing the phosphorus medicine, which was the requirement of that stage of the disease. Now post after few days, the patient again started complaining fever. So now in this stage we have to repertorize the case and see what is the medicine again coming, and then take the next decision. We cannot immediately change every time, but at times if the stage of the disease is demanding, we have to be attentive and then take the next call. So the case was again taken. The fever type was there was first chill and then heat was